Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about Le Chatelier principles and factors altering the composition of equilibrium. Then I am going to talk about the industrial application, and in this I am going to talk about Haber process for the preparation of ammonia at industrial level. Now let's start. Le Chatelier principle and factors altering the composition of equilibrium. The principal goal of chemical synthesis is to achieve maximum conversion of reactants to products with minimum expenditure of energy. And the qualitative effect of various factors on the composition of equilibrium mixture are described through Le Chatelier principle. We have already learned that the reaction attains a equilibrium under a certain set of conditions, and these conditions are maybe temperature, pressure, concentration and catalyst also. In general, if we add more reactant, the system will react to remove it. If we remove the product, the system will react to replenish it. Under these changed conditions, new equilibrium will be established with different composition from the earlier equilibrium mixture. If I am telling you, if stress is applied to the reaction mixture at equilibrium, the reaction occurs in the direction which relieves the stress. And here stress means change in concentration, volume, pressure, temperature, which is disturbing the original equilibrium. The direction that the reaction takes is the one that reduces the stress. So Le Chatelier principle is when a system at equilibrium is subjected to change in any of the factors determining the equilibrium conditions of the system will respond in such a way to minimize the effect of change. Now, what are the factors involved? First factor which used to influence the equilibrium. The first factor is change of concentration. Let's understand it with the help of example, the synthesis of ammonia. You are seeing on the screen, ammonia is synthesized with the help of nitrogen and hydrogen gas, and ammonia is formed, and this is the reversible reaction, plus heat is also eliminated along with the formation of ammonia. If you are seeing carefully, on left hand side there are total 5 moles, 1 mole of nitrogen and 3 moles of hydrogen, and after combining these two elements we are getting 2 moles of ammonia. So I can say here the delta N value is -2, and the forward reaction is exothermic reaction. In this reaction we generally use iron as a catalyst and molybdenum as a promoter. According to Le Chatelier principle, if we are adding one of the reactant, it may be nitrogen, it may be hydrogen, the equilibrium will shift from left to right so that the increased amount of nitrogen or hydrogen would be consumed. So the forward reaction occurs to the large extent, then the reverse reaction until the new equilibrium is established. And in this way, what is going to happen? More amount of ammonia would be synthesized, or I can say here the result is the increased yield of ammonia. Now the next, effect of pressure. Effect of pressure we are going to understand by this ideal gas equation, PV equals to nRT. And I can say here, I can extract pressure will be equal to RT multiplied by N upon V, and we all know N upon V is also equal to the concentration of the substance. So P is directly proportional to N upon V, where the ratio N upon V is an expression for the concentration of a gas in mole per dm cube, which we have learnt. For example, let's take this example, N2O4 mixture. N2O4 gas is turning up into nitrogen dioxide gas. An equilibrium mixture of N2O4 and nitrogen dioxide gas. This gas, you all know, it is colorless. NO2 gas is brown colored or orange color gas. If the mixture of gas is taken up in the sealed flask at the particular temperature, the effect of change of pressure on the gaseous equilibrium can be followed by this table if you are seen here. If you are decreasing the pressure, we will see the orange color will start darkened, means the synthesis of more amount of nitrogen dioxide will started, and the shift of equilibrium, we can say it is shifting towards the right, towards the product side. And when we are increasing the pressure, then what is happening, the color will start lightening. That means more amount of N2O4 will start forming, and the equilibrium will start shifting towards the left side. I can say one more thing also. If you are seeing the number of moles, total number of moles, if they are increasing, we should decrease the pressure in order to obtain more amount of product, and vice versa. If you are seeing there are such reaction where the total number of moles of reactants will remain unchanged, like the reaction you are seeing here, that the total number of reactants are 2 here and the total number of products formed is also 2. So there will be no change in the value of Kc during any change in pressure. So if we are increasing or decreasing pressure in such reaction, there would be no change. The reaction in which decrease in volume takes place, the reaction will be favored by increasing pressure, and increase in volume will be favored by lowering pressure at the given temperature. Now, effect of temperature. Consider this reaction, the decomposition of PCl5, and on decomposition it is giving me PCl3 and chlorine gas along with the heat energy, that is 92.5 kilojoule. It is exothermic process. The forward reaction is exothermic reaction, and if the forward reaction is exothermic reaction, I can say the reverse reaction is endothermic reaction. Therefore, the equilibrium must shift in the reverse direction to use up the added heat. If I want to increase the yield of the product, I need to decrease the temperature so that more amount of PCl5 will be decomposed to get the equilibrium back in the reaction or in the system. And suppose this is the reaction where you are seeing the forward reaction is the exothermic reaction, and if you are increasing temperature, there would be such equilibrium constant values will be seen, because Kc used to be dependent upon the temperature, which we have learned in earlier video. Now the effect of catalyst. The rate of chemical reaction increases with the use of catalyst. catalyst, I would say it is a chemical substance which used to remain in the reaction only it used to remain in the reaction, and its only function is to increase the rate of the reaction. For example, the esterification reaction, where you are seeing acetic acid is reacting with ethanol. If we are not using catalyst in this reaction, it would take many days to reach the equilibrium. But if we are using some dilute acid in this reaction, or maybe hydrogen ions in the reaction, the rate of reaction will be increased and the equilibrium will be set up. Now, Haber process. Haber process is the industrial preparation of ammonia. Industrial processes can be made more efficient and profitable by applying ideas of the rate of reaction and equilibrium. Since you are seeing this Haber process, or the formation of ammonia by the combination of nitrogen and hydrogen is the reversible reaction, so we should apply such factors into the reaction so that the yield of ammonia would be increased. Actually, Haber process is the process where we used to take nitrogen and hydrogen in 1:3 by volume, and in this reaction we used to apply temperature 450 degrees Celsius and pressure 200 atmospheric. In this reaction, ion catalyst is also used, and to increase the efficiency of ion catalyst, we used to use one promoter which is called as molybdenum, or molybdenum is a promoter in this reaction. And by using such factors, we used to obtain ammonia gas. Now, what all are the factors which affect this Haber process? The first effect of temperature. Since this is exothermic process, the formation of ammonia is exothermic, since the lowering of temperature will shift the equilibrium to the right side. And this temperature is, we have learned, 773 Kelvin. Effect of pressure, because the volume is decreasing in this case. On left hand side you are seeing there are 4 moles are involving, and on right hand side the formation of ammonia is occurring as a 2 moles. So what is happening? The total volume is decreasing. So if we are applying the high pressure, the equilibrium will shift towards the right direction and we would get more yield. So the optimum pressure is about 250 atmosphere. So this is all about the Le Chatelier principle, its factors involved, and the Haber process.